politics, TV up in this piece. When we get on live stream, niggas, cause I wanted to get high. I want to get it high today, nigga. I ain't even lying to you, gang.
Today we are here because we have an important series of arrests for some pretty terrible crimes. The crimes that we are about to talk about and the arrests that relate to them include a total of 4 homicides, 8 shooting victims I should say. They include a murder for hire, which was carried out against people who were not the targets. They involve the following groups or gangs, but in Philly we generally say groups. You will hear Omerta, you will hear Zugang, and most importantly, you will hear BNG, which stands for the Big Natty Gang. Big Natty was a young man named Namir Johnson who got murdered and whose name was used by this group. I say used because their activity wasn't actually about a retaliatory shooting to avenge Big Natty. Their activity was about something else. But as part of the story they were writing, as part of their self-naming, as part of what they were really up to, they liked the image that this was somehow a series of retaliatory activities.
Announcing today that a violent Philadelphia street gang is being dismantled just 3 years after being formed. District Attorney Larry Krasner saying today that 8 alleged gang members have been arrested in connection with a series of shootings in North Philly where 5 people were killed and 8 others injured. The shootings happened in 2021 and 2022. One of them, they say, was a murder for hire where gang members followed the wrong people and opened fire on 3 innocent women inside a vehicle, killing one of them, a mother of 2. Investigators say the majority of the suspects are associated with a street group known as the Big Natty Gang, formed after 15-year-old Namir Johnson was killed in 2021.
24-year-old Chandra Jones was out celebrating a birthday with friends in 2021 when she was shot and killed in a case of mistaken identity. And Steve, prosecutors are now charging her accused killers, alleged members of a violent gang.
Well, the police commissioner here at headquarters had a bunch of detectives, a big team working for the past few years. And what he told us today was that they have 50 homicides and 200 shootings an average year just in this little radius of about 4.5 miles in a section of Strawberry Mansion. And what we learned today was it was the gangs that are chiefly responsible for a majority of that violence. The assistant district attorney, Joe Lenardi, working on it, said, quote, it wasn't just cash and cars this violent street gang killed people for. Above all, they sought the notoriety. They wanted the reputation for being violent and dangerous.
It was so senseless. It was senseless.
Chandra Jones was shot and killed in the new car she had just proudly bought for herself just a week before while working 2 jobs in September 2021. Philadelphia's homicide chief said one of the 2 killers fired an AK-47 at her as long as his leg. Chandra's aunt, who raised her since she was 9, said the murder made no sense at the time. And Friday, the district attorney's office called to tell her she was right, saying the killers targeted the wrong cars at 33rd and Diamond Streets with more than 40 shots for a gang contract murder, and that they shot the wrong people, Chandra and her friends, who were out celebrating a birthday.
They told me that they captured a gang of young men who were paid for hire, basically, and they had the wrong car. So they went after the wrong people and the wrong car. So 3 young women get shot and my baby gets killed.
BNG, which stands for the Big Natty Gang.
Chandra was just one of 4 people. The group of 8 men, now aged 19 to 25, are charged with killing within a 5-mile radius in Strawberry Mansion over 2 years because they kept shooting and killing after Chandra's murder, prosecutors say.
It's hard to relive it, but it's also bittersweet to know that they can't do it to nobody else. And the fact that they kept going. And they kept going. They kept killing people. They didn't stop. They just kept going. It's heinous.
BNG members are responsible for 4 homicide and 8 non-fatal shooting victims.
When she was killed, Chandra had a 3-year-old son. Now, nearly 3 years later, he has become aware.
He knows what happened. He knows his mommy isn't here. I just pray that now he has an answer to why his mommy isn't here.
And that's a kindergarten kid that has to have the answer that he got today. And he can't understand it right now. Look, just in the month after Chandra Jones was killed, 2 of these 8 guys are charged with killing another one of their victims. Just a month later. And that victim was leaving a candlelight vigil for yet another victim of the ongoing violence there. That happened on North 22nd Street. Shiva, Jason.
The crimes are so heinous, Steve.
Like, and the shit that's going on now, right? And I ain't gonna say like specific people in there, but you know what I mean? Niggas out of each like each camp that want this shit to be over with, but don't want to, but they know they're gonna get crucified if they come out and say it.
And I said that, bro. I said that online, bro. Listen, bro. A lot of them young boys be calling my phone. Listen, a lot of young boys call my phone saying, "Yo, I do not want to be a part of this fucking war." Some young boys that's in that war don't even know how they got in that war. They can't tell you what the war started from. And then the other young boys was all cool at one point. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, how many people know the niggas that niggas killing over? You know what I'm saying? That it started over.
The
Oh, my homie died.
Right.
How many of these niggas know the person that died that we killing over? It's probably like out of every camp, it's probably like 3 original members left that actually knew the nigga that y'all killing over.
Right.